Yo, people, what's going on? Back again with another episode of Footy Talk. And yo, Hodge is in the building. It's our first Footy Talk. What you telling me, my bro?
I'm all good, fam. What you saying?
Hey, I'm live. I'm good, man. Always good, bro. Just finished a show talking about the England game and that. Loads of stuff's been breaking today. Obviously, man, I've seen the Sancho news. Man, I've seen the Rabiot fallout from the France thing with Mbappe and Pogba. It's all going off. Rafa Benitez has been announced as Everton manager. Bro, yeah, like there's a lot been going on in football. I can't even lie, bro. The Jadon Sancho news, the worst kept secret in football, and then obviously the Marcus Rashford tweets as well yesterday. Man claimed he got hacked and that. There's been a lot going on, man. What you been saying?
Fam, I'm chilling, you know. It's literally every day something new, innit? Especially when it comes to United, fam. These rumours, fam, like it started last year. Lineups were getting leaked. Now you've got man them flipping, leaking out transfers and shit. So you never know with United, fam.
You never know. But the Sancho thing, one thing I say, the Sancho saga, it's like everyone knew that he was coming. It was just a matter of United negotiating a fee. And basically what it looks like is United have waited an extra year just to save some money.
You know what it is? It's like I said this in a previous video. Like, you remember when Mourinho wanted a centre-back? They never gave it to him. We got him a year later. The same with Bruno.
And ended up paying more.
Yeah, we spent the whole summer chatting up Bruno. And then we never got him. And then we got him in January just to get the fans off the case because of all these protests and all that stuff. I think what the Sancho thing is, fam, like, I still have my doubts. Like, yeah, everybody's saying it's concrete, but bro, I heard all of this last year as well. And then it just never materialized.
Well, even though they're saying that it's done now and everything's done apart from the contract needing to be signed, you still think that there's a potential hiccup waiting to happen?
Bro, 100%, fam, it's United. Like, United will always bottle it in one way. Like, until I see the announcement from Man United with my man, with whatever top he has, then I'll believe it. But fam, when it comes to United, like, I don't know. Like, there's always a surprise around the corner.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but I just feel like after the fans have kind of broken onto the pitch, done all these things, I just think that United have to give the fans Sancho, and I think that they'll only give the fans Sancho. I think that Sancho's the only signing. I think that he's the Bruno Fernandes signing that we got when everyone got injured and people were losing their head. I think that he's literally he's the signing to appease the fans, isn't it? I think that that's what he is. I think that there won't be any more after him. And if there is anything after him, it will be like your Tom Heatons and that. Do you know what I mean?
So what, like, you literally one signing?
Bruv, we're getting linked with a centre-back. But bruv, I can't see us spending 70 million on Sancho or something like that. And then after that, spending another 70 odd million on a centre-back. Unless their man have already agreed to sell Pogba and they're going to use the Pogba money to maybe buy a centre-back. But I genuinely can't see Manchester United buying any decent player, other than Jadon Sancho, unless Paul Pogba leaves.
Nah.
Look, just as I said that, this has come up.
Cool.
I mean,
yeah, I saw this earlier.
See, but there you go then. So maybe I think if Pogba leaves, that's the only way we're gonna see anyone coming, anyone else other than Jadon coming in. I think the Jadon Sancho thing was always going to happen, and I think United have waited for the money to come down.
Nah, fam. I think United, I don't think we'll get a centre back because no lie, this Pau Torres brother is looking very shaky. Like, I'm getting Lindelof vibes when I watch him. But
bro, I think he is like that. But it's the same with Koundé that we got linked with as well, bro. Them man are shambolic.
Yeah, no. Koundé, I never understood the hype, fam. But I think, fam, I can't see United going into next season with the whole double pivot, fam. No way. Like, I can get me a DM over Sancho, but I think it's like you said, isn't it? It's like a hidden secret when it comes to Sancho. But I think United will move forward with a DM. But here's the thing: will they get a wavy DM? I don't think so.
I don't think they'll buy a DM at all, bro, because I don't think that Oli has the bravery, and I don't think he has any intent in playing a single pivot. I don't think he has. I think he's happy with the double pivot because it offers protection to a back line that he clearly doesn't trust, bro, even though he spent a lot of money on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is. Like, the fact that we're still being linked with another defender, even though Jose bought 2 centre-backs. He bought a centre-back and a right-back. Luke Shaw's they're rumoured to be given another new contract again. He also bought Tellez, who's a left-back. So between the last 2 managers, we've bought a lot of defenders, and we're still getting linked with defenders. So clearly they're not buying well.
Nah, bro, United's recruitment has been shocking. Like, I've said this so many times, fam. We get bumped for players, and then even the players that we do end up getting, they're shit. Like, let's be real. United go in for players where there's no competition, because when it comes down to competition, we can't sell our project. So literally, we go with a man where it's literally either the wages or it's just the history of the club that's talking. But nah, there's not. I think the Bailly new deal maybe means we won't get a centre back, but a DM, I think like that's crucial. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if United end up splashing the cash for Declan Rice after like the Germany game he had and everything.
But bro,
I don't want him. But fam, like, I think United did catch a lot of heat last year for that lack of DM. Like, I think the fans will lose their shit if we go in another season with that double pivot.
But here's me, I don't think they will, because a lot of people aren't blaming the double pivot. They're blaming Fred when McTominay is the problem. You know, like that. You see it everywhere. Everyone's talking about, oh yeah, Fred's the weak link and that, this, that, and it. Bro, the double pivot is the weak link, because when Fred plays in a free for Brazil, he looks good.
Fam, Fred is looking wavy in the Copa America. Like, he is fam, like I've always said, McTominay is the problem, but I think it's a problem that we're gonna have for the next decade. Because I can't see us dropping McTominay. Fam, like, you got Fergie coming out, gassing him up. Oli loves him from the academy and all that good stuff. Like, it's a problem that you just have to take on the chin. Yeah. So I don't know, to be fair, but nah. Like, I genuinely think United will go in for a DM, but I don't think it will be as wavy as people think it will be.
And also, I just think that Declan's expensive, bro. Like, Declan's very expensive. Like, he's gonna cost 70, 80 million, yeah. Like, they're better off trying to get someone like a Locatelli that might cost 45. Do you know what I'm saying? So I just and even then, United are the kind of team, yeah, that will go in for a player that's worth 35 million and end up playing 50 because they're stupid. That's Manchester United, isn't it? Like, that they'll say to United, oh yeah, 35 million euros, and United will be like, yeah, we'll give you 50. That's what United are. Like, they couldn't negotiate their way out of a Tesco's car park, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? So I just don't really, with Manchester United, that we're getting linked with Camavinga out of nowhere. From what I've heard, he doesn't even want to leave France, so there's no point even trying to speak to him. He'll end up at PSG, more than likely. Do you know what I mean? And again, Camavinga's not English. I can't see why Oli would want him anyway, bruv. We're not getting linked with those kind of players. You can see by the kind of players we're getting linked with, like your Ben Whites, your Kieran Trippiers, your Jadon Sanchos. Oli has a very specific taste in footballer. Do you know what I mean? So all these Camavinga things, to me, it just sounds like certain man on Twitter are just getting excited. That's what it sounds like to me.
No, I think the Camavinga one, when I saw it, I was like, A, for the players' sake, don't come United. Like, fam, you're still young. You still need to learn your trade, fam. Just learn it in France and then just pattern and move elsewhere. Because here's the thing. Like, I was reading Bearman getting gas saying, oh, cool, we bring Camavinga, he can play DM. A, the Bre's not even a DM in the first place. And secondly, like I've always said, being like, versatility is a luxury in a sense. Like, it's all good being versatile, but fam, at the end of the day, you still need someone that's learned his trade playing DM. So don't bring me Camavinga. Like, it's literally square pegs and round holes again. He's not a DM, but we're going to try to put him in DM.
He's another box-to-box like Fred. That's what he is.
So
he's another Fred box-to-box, left-footed box-to-box player. He's another Fred. That's what he is. Do you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, they'll say, oh, yeah, we need Camavinga because man's got good FIFA stats, bro. He's not a DM. Like, stop it.
Because
Like, stop it.
Like I've always said, like United, we do make some wild signings at times because, bro, like, you know, Locatelli, he's been quoted at 40 million euros. And I think like 3/4 done to Juve. So, like, at the end of the day, there's ballers outside the Prem for like half the price. But at the end of the day, like, it comes down to recruitment. And fam, United, like, we're shambolic when it comes to that. So if we're talking about DMs from the Prem, you could probably say a Declan Rice or a Bissouma. Like, I think a Bissouma would be wavy for us, and there's no way would we get quoted. Like, yeah, we're United, but fam, if West Ham want 80 million, I think Brighton would probably accept 40, 50 for my man.
Yeah, I think they would take 50 M's for Bissouma.
So
yeah, I'd say so. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is, if you're gonna go for young, developing, at least go for someone that's Premier League tried and tested, innit?
Premier League proven, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, there's no gamble. Like, none of this whole he needs a year to adjust and adapt and all that shit. Fam, there's man in the Prem that do the job in DM. And like, United will be a step up for them. So why not just go in and get the job done? But I feel it's like I'll be honest, when the Camavinga one came about, I was like this one makes no sense. But it's like the Van der Beek one. When I saw us linked to Van der Beek, I was like, fam, like, that one makes no sense as well.
I said it also.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is with United because, like I've always said, you sign players for your system. With United, we still don't know if we're going with a 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 next year. Like, we're literally, it feels like we're just signing, man, for the sake of signing, man. Or getting linked with them for the sake of getting linked.
100%. And that's what it is. And the Bissouma thing, we saw it even in previous times. Sir Alex Ferguson notoriously bought from within the Premier League. We bought Louis Saha from Fulham, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Dwight York from Aston Villa. There's nothing wrong with buying, the best players from other teams in the Premier League. Bissouma's clearly one of their best players. He's Premier League tried and tested. It's not really a gamble buying a Bissouma. Like, you know what you can do, bruv. And the thing is, when you play for a Brighton, you're playing against teams that are better than you almost every week, bruv. So if anything, it's easier to play for Man United.
Yeah, you're getting tested way more when you play for Brighton. And the thing is,
absolutely,
like, even when they played against us, fam, he was wavy.
Yeah.
Like, and I was reading throughout the season, Arsenal, Liverpool, every man is going in for him. So the fact that nobody's made a move yet, I don't understand why United are chilling. Because if it turns into a bidding war, United will be one of the first to back out.
Yeah.
So just go in right now, let him know about the project and see what he has to say. Because at the moment, it's literally between us and Bissouma. It's not like it's Bissouma and 3-4 different clubs. But fam, I've always said United are a team where we do one deal at a time and we milk the life out of the deal. Like, we'll take a whole month to pattern it.
Yeah, facts. But that's United. Do you know what I mean? Breaking news coming through saying that the deal has been done. The deal's agreed. 72.6 million pounds for Jadon Sancho. And honestly, guys, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I'm so underwhelmed, because it's so late, bruv. Like, this should have been done last year. I'm not excited until I actually see him in a Manchester United shirt. I don't think I'm gonna be excited by this because I know that Sancho doesn't solve our problems. Sancho doesn't solve our problems. Like, we had, like, last season, no, not even last season, the season before last now, because last season just finished. We had Dan James play 20-something games on the right-hand side where Mason Greenwood was there. After lockdown, Mason Greenwood came out and scored more goals than Rashford in open play, done the mad thing, and we still didn't win nothing. And Mason Greenwood was doing the mad thing. Following season, last season, didn't do nothing. We didn't win nothing. We conceded the most amount of goals I think we've conceded in the last 60 years. Jadon Sancho doesn't change any of that. You know what I mean? Everyone will say Man United has scored like the most goals in the league or up there with the most goals. But again, so you add Jadon Sancho to that, we score more goals. We still don't finish anywhere near Man City. Like, that's not our problem. Our problem is our team shape. Our midfield is too easy to bypass. And our defense isn't good enough. So signing Jadon Sancho is amazing. United are going to make a lot of money selling shirts. But it improves us. But it doesn't improve us in areas that we really need to improve in. So I'm super happy he's here. Do you know what I'm saying? But if that's the only business we're going to do, I'm not thrilled by it. Do you know what I'm saying? What we do after this Jadon Sancho thing is going to be the most important part of the summer.
Yeah, that's what matters, because it's like putting the ball in the back of the net hasn't been a problem. Like, at times it has. Yeah, we've been short on creativity. I'd probably put that down to my man putting out the wrong lineup, like against in the Europa League final. Yeah, Sancho was great, but fam, I feel like he's better on the left. That's one. So that means someone's getting shifted to the right. And let's be real, everybody wants Greenwood to play on the right, but we all know Rashford's going to play on the right. So that already means that someone's going to be playing on the right. That's not a natural right winger.
I think Jadon will play on the right, because he can play there, even though he's better on the left and he's better than Rashford on the left. Martial's better than Rashford on the left as well. So, bruv, like, it literally, I could easily play Martial left or Martial up front, Sancho left, Greenwood right. Or I could play Greenwood down the middle, Sancho right, and Martial left. Either way, Rashford don't get in the team for me. That. So
I'm like, if it was sick in the team, Rashford wouldn't play. But let's be real, Oli,
but he will.
Rashford will play. Like,
so,
I've said it before. I think Martial will be the one that takes the hit this year.
Yeah, there's rumors of him leaving as well.
Yeah, no, like I said straight away, I was like, fam, like, good for him, innit? Like, good for him. Because here's the thing. I feel like, especially the way Cavani ended the season, we're going to start the season with him as the number 9. Even though, like I've always said, I think Martial and Sancho, that duo would do wonders. Like, they're very similar players. Like, it will be amazing to watch. But fam, do we have the coach that's actually going to try and implement that? No. So, I don't know what's going to happen with United. Literally, like, we've got Sancho, but now it's a matter of you need to have the right players around him. Do we have that? No. So, that's why, like, I'm worried for him. Like, I'm actually worried because, like, there's already a lot of men coming out saying, like, he's putting up these numbers in the Bundesliga. Like, is he really that good? And then they're saying, like, whenever he plays for England, he's a little bit underwhelming. Fam, I think once he comes United, you're going to see hella man saying, like, this brother was overrated. And, Bundesliga. Because he's going to look shit in United.
Yeah, I agree. I think that his development, just like Mason Greenwood's, could well be stunted at Manchester United, because the system around him and having Wan-Bissaka overlapping instead of like a Hakimi, bro. Like, bro, it's not the same, innit?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same. Like, I don't think that the system is gonna allow him to do what he does at Dortmund. And if he doesn't do what he does at Dortmund straight away, everyone's gonna talk about the price tag. Everyone's gonna talk about he's overhyped. If them man drop a little Sancho video like they did with the Pogba and the Alexis thing, and then he doesn't score a hat-trick on his debut, man are gonna be making threads on Twitter. You know what I mean? You can see it coming already, Hodge.
No, that's the thing. Like that's social media as a whole. But I feel like, especially when a player comes from the Bundesliga, like, a lot of them don't live up to the expectations. Like, especially like with like Timo Werner, like, his numbers over there were crazy.
Yeah.
And then he came and, like, don't get me wrong, he does a lot off the ball. But fam, like, when you watch him play, fam, he's dead. Yeah. Like, let's be real, he's dead. And I feel like with Sancho, especially the fee and especially the fact that it's Man United and the fact that we've literally been trying to end this saga for 2 years, all it's going to take is a few games of my man looking off it and everybody straight away jumping the boat. So that's why I always said, in it, like, if United are going to take months to pattern this deal, just go out and get me a proven right winger from the Prem. Like, I'm a massive fan of Rafinha.
Yeah, he's a baller.
Yeah, he's a baller. But fam, like, with Sancho, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I feel for him. I swear to God, I proper feel for him.
Yeah. I feel like if he doesn't hit the ground running, then, he could be fed to the sharks, innit? Because the thing is, I know what he's like as a personality, his whole image and everything, the bling and all of that. Bruv, these men are waiting for him not to hit the ground running so they can start talking about his attitude and all of these other things. They're waiting for it, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I want him to do well so badly, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? As much as I wanted Pogba to do well. And if Pogba couldn't carry us, bro, I don't know how he's going to do it. I'm not going to lie. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, when I look at what Pogba's won at Manchester United compared to what he could have won somewhere else, if Paul Pogba could not carry man, I don't know how Jadon's gonna do it, and especially if he has to do it if Paul Pogba leaves.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because imagine he comes in and Pogba leaves. It's peak, bro.
It's a downgrade. Like 100% will go down because, like I've always said, you get a Sancho, if you put the right players around him, will look good. Like maybe on one corner will look good. But fam, if you get rid of a Sancho and then, if you get rid of a Pogba and then you put Sancho around the likes of a Rashford, a Bruno, a Cavani, like Sancho is gonna literally look like a waste of money. He's gonna be half the player that he was at Dortmund. And then it's like you said, he fits the whole criteria for everyone to get onto him. Like they'll have a field day.
Yeah,
and that's never gonna help. It's not gonna help him settling in. It's literally just gonna be like I think he'll regret the move if he doesn't hit the ground running.
Absolutely. So I don't know. Stylistically, I didn't think it was a great move for him. It's giving me the Memphis Depay vibes, you know them ones. And it's like Memphis was in Holland. Obviously, Jadon's played at a higher level, but I mean, in Holland, Memphis was like their star boy.
Yeah, he was the man.
The man, the star boy of the league, the star boy of Dutch football. Similar kind of personality, quite bubbly, bling. Do you know what I'm saying? All that kind of thing. Scoring great goals, putting up great numbers. But then he was expected to come to Manchester United, wear the number 7 and carry the team. I think he's going to be expected to do that now because of the fee and also because there's a high possibility that Paul Pogba leaves. I don't think he's equipped now to come into the Manchester United team and carry this team, bro. Like, if Pogba couldn't carry McTominay and Dan James in them, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how Jadon's going to be able to do it. And then when he doesn't, them man are going to be queuing up to batter him. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that now you've bought Jadon Sancho, if you don't build around him, you're letting the kid down, bro. Like, and I use the example of buying an expensive bike and having a cheap lock. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't buy an £1,000 bike and get a 20 quid lock, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is with Pogba. They did the same thing to Pogba. They spent £90 million on Pogba and then they bought cheap locks for an expensive bike and put the McTominays of this world around him and had him doing 2 or 3 different men's jobs. If they do that to Jadon Sancho and they let Paul Pogba leave and then they bring in, all right, cool, we're bringing a Ben White as well, we're in trouble, bro.
I think Ben White is fully done or like 3/4 done with Arsenal. But I think signing Sancho, United will be more open to sell Pogba now. Because I even read today that United were saying if Pogba was to go, we're linked with Goretzka from Bayern Munich. So it's just like with Sancho, I don't know what it is, to be fair. Like, are they going to build a team around him? I don't think so. Like, because United aren't really building the team around anyone, to be fair. It's literally just whoever is doing wonders plays. Like, because when you look at the team, like, especially in the final third, every man's on a completely different wavelength. And I've said this so many times. Like, some man want the ball to feet, some man want it over the top. You haven't got the players that suit one another. That's why we're shit. So, with Sancho, I don't know. Like, literally, we're just going to have to wait and see. But it all depends on Pogba. Like, it's like what you said earlier on. Like, this transfer is all great, but it's the transfers that are coming up next because it has to be a DM.
Yeah. You have to build the foundations behind him to allow him to thrive and do what you're paying him to do. There's no point buying a Jadon Sancho for him to be doing Dan James's work, tracking back and tracking runners because you haven't put the right people behind him to allow him to do what he does. You know what I mean? And that's what they done with Pogba. They bought Paul Pogba and they didn't buy a defensive midfielder. And everyone was taking a piss saying, oh, how many players do we need to buy to unlock Pogba, Pogba? Pogba's played DM. He's played left wing, right wing. Hasn't played in the one position that he wants to play in, but he's played everywhere else. Still putting in good performances and still getting berated for them. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones. He was arguably player of the tournament before he got knocked out of the Euros.
Come on, man. For me, he is. Like, no matter what happens, unless someone goes out and does a madness in the last few games, Pogba will always be my player of the tournament. Like, literally, he stood out. Because I think that French team was relatively poor. He was their main player. But here's the thing, like, we didn't build a team around Pogba. You could argue Martial was probably worthy of building the team around because of his age and everything. We didn't do that. And I literally just feel like if anything, fam, like I said, the forward players just don't suit one another. Like, you see, when you look at City, I always use City as an example. Fam, these men have like a certain mold of players they sign. Ones that suit one another. Like, Grealish would fit perfectly in their team.
Yeah.
But with United, I feel it's like, nah. It's like whatever generates the most money in terms of shirt sales and all that stuff. So, I don't know, to be fair. But Pogba has to stay. Like, even with Sancho here, I would still probably say build a team around Pogba.
Bruv, listen. Paul Pogba is one of the best players in the world. In the world. For me personally, Neymar's the only footballer in the world I'll put ahead of Paul Pogba. I wouldn't put no one else ahead of him. No one. That's how highly I regard him as a footballer. The guy is unbelievable, bro. He's unbelievable. Like, literally, like Deschamps said, this guy's got no weaknesses, bro. Do you know what I mean? The things that people criticize him for, and call weaknesses, he's 7 out of 10 at them. Those are not weaknesses. Like, Pogba's an attacker, yet his defensive numbers are world class. It doesn't make sense, bro. Pogba doesn't like heading the football, but if you put the ball into the box, he scores headers. Like, do you know what I'm saying? He can shoot with both feet, he can dribble, he can tackle, he can pass with both feet, he can shoot with both feet. He doesn't shoot enough for someone with the ability to strike a ball. You saw the goal he scored the other day, but 9 times out of 10, he fucking passes it there. I don't know why. Do you know what I'm saying? The difference between players like him, and De Bruyne is when De Bruyne gets the ball there, 9 times out of 10, he'll shoot.
Yeah.
Pogba's always looking to clip it into someone and give them goals and that. De Bruyne wants to hit the ball from there. Bruno would shoot from there, but Pogba wants to dink it into the box and do the pretty stuff. If Paul Pogba shot more, he would score more goals. Because if you look at the midfielders that score the most goals, they take the most shots.
Yeah. No, I feel like with Pogba, like, more times he's not even in that position to have a shot. He's always playing deep back. But I feel like Pogba, like, I think like he's every manager's dream. Because he can literally do the job everywhere at a decent level. Yeah. And the embarrassing thing is like, you see all these pundits nowadays, they're jumping on the whole bandwagon of, like, look at what he's doing in a France shirt. And he's been at United for 4 or 5 years. Like, United still haven't unlocked him. Fam, don't try to put the blame on Pogba as if like Roy Keane try to come out and say, like, he chooses when he wants to perform. Fam, that's not the case. Like, in France, they've got players around him. Players that, like, bring out his strengths in a sense. With United, we're playing him in the wrong position. And even the players around him, fam, they're shit. Like, I've always said, Pogba in his first few seasons was amazing under Mourinho. The amount of chances he put on a plate for Lukaku and Ibrahimovic, them man were just trying to, like, break the record in terms of misses. But you're never going to get credit for that.
They did. I think Zlatan missed 25 big chances that season.
Yeah, like, no one's going to turn around and say, yo, what a pass that was. Fam, you're only going to get credit once the ball goes in the back of the net.
Yeah.
A lot of man forget that. So with Pogba, I feel like we've let him down 100%. And it's literally embarrassing on United, the fact that we just don't know how to utilize him. Even though, like, it's so straightforward.
Bruv, it's straightforward for men that know ball, blood. You know, like that. And the thing is, the way that they've treated Paul Pogba gives me no optimism for how they're going to treat Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
you know what I mean? It gives me no optimism because if you don't put respect on Paul Pogba's name, Paul Pogba, golden boy, like, do you know what I'm saying? It ain't no scrub. Do you know what I'm saying? He came with a massive reputation. He came with Scudettos. Like, he came with that. He won the World Cup whilst at the club and you played him on the right wing against Liverpool. You don't respect him. And if that's how you're going to treat Paul Pogba, how the hell are you going to treat young Jadon Sancho? I'm genuinely worried for him.
No, it's embarrassing. Like, I'd probably put it on Oli, to be fair. Like, I'd fully put it on Oli because it's like I think for me, the one that pissed me off the most was when we played against Liverpool and we dashed him on the right. And I was like, fam, like, out of all players, Pogba on the right, like, Pogba should have a concrete position. That's his position. But you're out here making Pogba just play all over the place just to accommodate other man. Like, it's embarrassing. That's why I've always said, if Pogba was to leave, I'd be so happy for him. Because some United fans, you don't deserve to have a player like Pogba playing for your team. Like, I'm a United fan, and like, bro, like, I love watching Pogba. But fam, at the same time, some man really don't deserve him.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I think the way he's disrespected, and even the way these men tried so hard to scapegoat him after France got knocked out, even though he was literally the only good player on the pitch for them. Like Kante, who these guys were saying Ballon d'Or, didn't show up. Didn't show up. If he did, France would have been through. He didn't show up in that game. Varane and Kimpembe were a disgrace. Rabiot was a disgrace. Do you know what I'm saying? Pavard's been a disgrace for the whole tournament. Mbappe was an embarrassment to his whole name and his brand and everything. Griezmann shouldn't have been taken off. You know what I mean? Benzema shouldn't have been taken off. You know what I mean? Bruv, the manager let down the country and half of its team let down the country, but Paul Pogba was the one that they were analysing, who is easily player of the tournament, bro.
Fam, like I've always said, like when it comes to like, especially like UK pundits, sometimes I feel like they just talk for the sake of talking, because there was so much to analyze after that game. There was literally so much. Like I was thinking, you know what? Because Pogba was on the losing team, they might not focus on him that much. If anything, focus on a player from the winning team, like Granit Xhaka, who was amazing. But fam, they literally took about 2-3 minutes out just to try and talk about Pogba. Like it's an agenda. 100% it's an agenda. And like it's an agenda, it's jealousy, it's everything. Because he literally put it on a plate for some of his teammates. At the end of the day, the most you can do is put it on a plate. Whether my man wants to score or not is a different story. So, like Pogba should leave with his head held high. He scored a banger. His penalty was beautiful. Like, it's just a disappointment because I would have wanted to see him continue on in the tournament. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it's a team game.
It is a team game, but when the team lose, one man's getting the smoke, innit? So, like, it is what it is. So, the Jadon Sancho news, guys, plain and simple, I'm happy that he's a Manchester United player because he's a very, very good footballer and a footballer that I rate very highly. Do I trust Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to nurture him and to improve him? No. I think if Jadon Sancho is going to improve at Manchester United, it's going to be completely down to how hard he works on his game individually, because I think that Rashford has gotten worse under Ole. I think Greenwood's declined under Ole. I think Martial's declined under Ole. I can't think of too many players that have improved under this manager. I can't think of too many. Do you know what I mean? People will say that Luke Shaw's improved, but Luke Shaw got dropped for Brandon Williams under this manager. Do you know what I mean? And people could argue and say that Luke Shaw only started playing football when Telles came in. So, again, like, I don't know who's actually improved under this manager. And I don't believe that Sancho's going to come and do anything more than he's already done.
I think with a lot of United fans, well, not even just United fans, like just fans in general, like you've always, like the player throughout a season will always have the odd period where they go on a good run of games. And then people will straight away say like, yeah, my man's improved them. He hasn't really, fam. Like Greenwood, I think he's been good this whole season, but fam, you can argue that the whole first half he was poor. He was in the second half, Martial, like I love Martial, but fam, like Martial didn't do the best this season. Cavani, like don't get me twisted, don't get it twisted. He was good towards the end of the season. By the beginning of the season, fam, he was
rubbish.
He was dead. Like the contract talk only started coming once he started scoring.
And then he ended up getting in team of the season. And you know what's funny, Cavani only started playing well, or scoring goals when Paul Pogba got moved to the left. Before that, Cavani weren't scoring goals. But again, these guys have very, very short memories. It's just like Luke Shaw. He had a good middle to the season. The start and the end of the season was shit.
Yeah, no, like I always said it. Like I remember when I made a prediction for the Villarreal game, I said that little one month and a half period where Pogba was playing on the left, like when it all started off against Tottenham, fam, we looked good. Like we could actually break down teams, and Pogba was bringing out the best out of everyone. Yeah. So it made no sense to change it for a final, and it's just like it tells you Pogba needs to be playing higher up the field. So, like I've already said, once the season starts, I can see Pogba dropping back into the double pivot. Like I can see it.
Yeah, so can I.
I don't know what it is with this team.
That's what I mean. The whole Greenwood improvement thing, guys. Let me tell you why it's nonsense, because I'm someone, and you can even dig up the tweets. When I bust the Gunwood FC thing, Mason Greenwood was still in the reserves. I've been on the Greenwood bandwagon from before he was a Manchester United first team player. And a lot of people don't remember it was actually Jose Mourinho that took Mason Greenwood on pre-season with the first team. So people are like, yo, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer bust Mason Greenwood. Jose brought him into the first team. Mason Greenwood is one of the most prolific strikers in the history of that Manchester United academy, bro. Like, Mason Greenwood came into this Manchester United team, and in his first season, he outperformed his expected goals, I think almost 3 times 3, which is insane, bro. Like, who the hell does that? That's pure individual brilliance. That's got nothing to do with the players around him. The amount of times Mason Greenwood picked up the ball, drove at someone, stepped over the ball and slapped it in the corner or the goal, bro. Like, Lord only knows. The following season, Mason Greenwood, after the thing with Foden, struggled, and Ole wasn't really picking him. So all of this, he improved under Ole. He hasn't improved, bruv. He's still, for me, Mason Greenwood as a footballer hasn't really improved since he's come into the first team, bro. He's always been an exceptional talent. And at the moment, he's just going through a stage in his career where in spells he looks brilliant, and then he looks off the boil, then he looks brilliant. There's been no consistency in his form since he's come through, because he's literally playing off how it feels on the day, bro. Like, I haven't seen a massive improvement in him as a footballer, and that's not because he's not a good player. It's because I don't see him being coached.
Yeah, nah, 100. Like, even if, like, all you have to do is look at his goals. Like, his goals speak for themselves. Like, it's literally him. Like, some of the goals he's scored, I've always said, like, fam, you have no right scoring them.
None.
And that all goes down to him. But like I've always said with United, fam, we don't score team goals, and that goes down to coaching. Like, it's literally just a matter of any man scoring a beauty or picking up the ball, dribbling past 3-4 man and putting it in the back of the net. So that's why it is worrying. Like, that's why, like, we've always said, like, the football's not sustainable. And fam, like, with Ole, like, I was a big fan of LVG. So, like, they always criticize LVG. It's not the United way and all of that stuff. Fam, if we want to talk about the United way and bring him through the youth, who's Ole really brought? He's only brought one man that I know from the top of my head, and he was
Brandon Williams.
That's Brandon Williams. Yeah. So you can't credit my man and say, he brings through the youth. Because, fam, we've got borders like Hannibal. And
Hannibal's cold.
Yeah, he only got 20 minutes against Wolves.
Bro, like, they sold Angel Gomez, to buy Diallo and not play him and play Dan James.
No, like,
you trying to tell me that Angel Gomez couldn't have given a man what Dan James gives, man? It was nothing.
No, he doesn't promote the youth, because I feel like he's always trying to play it safe. He always wants to play his strongest team, just to eliminate the fact that it might go sideways.
Bruv, he played Pogba against Rochdale, bruv, with a fractured ankle, blood.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. Like, he doesn't know how to utilize his squad. He's got young players available to him that are ballers. He doesn't know how to utilize them. That's why, like I've always said, is the squad good enough to challenge for the league? Maybe, but I don't think it would win it. But he doesn't deserve some of these ballers, because he's literally
100%.
He's wasting them.
Bro, it's just, bruv, it just doesn't make sense. Even the Fred thing, remember they were trying to give Ole credit for improving Fred, when really he just didn't like Fred and he wasn't playing him.
Yeah, no, I remember
he wasn't playing Fred, and then Pogba, Matic, and McTominay all got injured, and he was forced to play Fred, and then Fred was player of the season for like 4 months.
He stumbled. We had injuries. Literally, we had no options. Fred had to play, and he had to play week in, week out. Like I've always said, yeah, it's a new signing, but every player needs a run of games. They need to find their feet. Mourinho was shagging it when it came to Fred, playing him once and then shifting him out for 10 games. We had injuries. Ole brought in Fred. He done wonders, and now everyone's trying to give him credit for it. Fam, Fred was good. Like, look at Fred at Brazil.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But, like, now he looks shit because he's got McTominay next to him. But, fam, let's be real. Like, whoever you put next to McTominay, besides Pogba, in my opinion, is going to look shit.
And even Pogba next to McTominay looks shit, because he's doing 2 man's running, bro. McTominay's just out here hiding, bro. He plays centre-back for his country, bro.
Yeah, and these men play 3 in the middle. So what does that tell you?
Man plays centre-back for his country, and he's Man United starting midfielder. But but man are not seeing red flags here.
No,
it doesn't make sense.
It's embarrassing, fam. It's embarrassing and it's frustrating, to be fair.
But that's what I mean. So for me, like, if you trust Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, yeah, to do right by Jadon Sancho, it's not based on evidence. It's pure hope. It's pure hope. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I look at his track record with the players that he has now, and also the possibility of Paul Pogba leaving, United are gonna have to sign another 3 players, yeah, to replace Paul Pogba, bro. Because they're gonna have to buy another centre back. They're gonna have to buy another midfielder to make up for the industry and the loss of creativity as well. Because with Pogba, you're losing 2 players because of what he gives you offensively and defensively. So you have to replace him with 2 players. And we need a centre-back anyway. So you probably need to buy 2 midfielders to replace Pogba.
I don't know. I think with Pogba, I think he'll end up signing a new deal. If he doesn't leave this summer, I think he'll end up signing a new deal because I think United want a lot of peas for him. And I don't think many teams are willing to pay that, especially with him only having 1 year. So I think,
but then he can leave on a free though, because he's on good enough money to wait for another year, bro.
Yeah, but I think literally United might give him so much peas just to have him stay. But here's the thing: if you're telling me right now, cool, you give him a new contract, and then after 4 or 5 years we rectify the mistake, we're gonna build the team around him. I'll be like, all right, cool. But fam, I don't think we will. Like, we'll literally just waste him again for however long the deal is.
I think he's gone. I genuinely think that him being in the last year of his contract and him going away with France was the worst possible thing that could have happened, because he's around all of these guys that are at good football clubs. They're winning. He's around Benzema. He's around Griezmann, who's his best friend anyway. He's around Mbappe. He's around Kipembe. Like Coman, all these men are playing at elite football clubs. And all of them are saying to him, he's better than all of them. And they're all saying to him, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, like that. What are you doing? Where are you going? 1 year left than that. Do you know what I'm saying? Financial fair play got relaxed than that. Bro, if there was ever a time to get a Paul Pogba, it's now. The one thing is for sure, yeah, that with him being in his last year of his contract, he's not going to go for more than United bought him for. It's impossible. And Jadon Sancho has just gone for £70 million. So I'd pay £70 million for a Paul Pogba in his prime, in the last year of his contract. 100%.
Yeah, but who do you think's got the peas? Because I know Madrid.
Paris Saint-Germain have the peas.
Yeah, but they're already going all out. I think they're paying like, what, 70 for Hakimi?
Because they have it, bro. If they'll pay 70 for Hakimi, they'll pay 70 for Pogba. Because Hakimi isn't a must-need like a Pogba is, bro. Because the thing is, when you look at their midfield, yeah, Verratti is a good player, but I think he's overrated. They've got Garner Gay in there and the Herrera. Their midfield's meaty, bro. Like, if they get a Paul Pogba, but they've got Gini Wijnaldum on a free, and if they get Pogba and Wijnaldum, it's a joke thing. Straight away. It's mad. The midfield's mad.
I don't think United would sell him. I think United will play hardball and try and get as much money as possible. And I think PSG will then just back out. And like, I can see United losing him on a free. And then it literally just, like, it's the perfect picture for all United fans to just fully hate him more.
But the one thing I would say is, yeah, United don't want to risk losing an asset like Paul Pogba on a free, blood. You know them ones. That's why I think they'll sell him, bro. Because losing him on a free is terrible business, bro. It's terrible business. Terrible.
Horrible when it comes to business. Like, we've literally got an innocent man doing it. And I feel like, if anything, Pogba's in power now.
Yeah.
Pogba doesn't have to sign the deal. Like, Pogba knows, 12 more months of this shit and I can leave. And you, man, can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So why not? Because let's be real. If Pogba was a free agent, bro, every single team will come in for him.
Yeah.
And then spoil it for choices. But at the moment, it's only the teams that are willing to pay however much United want for him. So it would make sense from Pogba's perspective to do these last 12 months, just take it on the chin. And then, fam, next year, literally, he can choose whichever team he wants to go to.
But that's why I don't think that he'll sign this deal, bro. Because imagine if you wait for one more year and they don't let you go this season, you can go leave on a free and go play with Lionel Messi if you want, or you can go play with Neymar and Mbappe. Like, bruv, you can go do it, bruv. Because he will have the pick of any team in the world if he's going on a free. So the ball's in his court. Donnarumma just moved to PSG on a free.
Yeah.
Raiola might just be saying, yo, settle, bro, because if you leave on a free, man can get the big boy signing on fee, you know, and get the 500 bags a week. You can get that when you move on a free, you can get the 600 grand a week, like Gareth Bale at Real Madrid. You can get that.
Look how much Wijnaldum's getting. I think he's getting like over 300.
Well, there you go, because it's a free thing.
Yeah.
So really, Pogba could easily wait one more season if they can't negotiate a free now and go get the big boy 600k. United ain't going to pay him that. They're not going to pay him that. But he can go get that at anywhere. He can get that at Juventus. He can get that at PSG. He can get that at Real Madrid. He can get that at Barcelona. He can get that next season. The big boy money. So I think that in football now, because of the way players' contracts are going, I think we're going to see a lot more players running down their contracts now, bro. And it's going to turn into basketball, where man are kind of, it's a thing where man are leaving on frees and man are trading and all of that, bro, because the fees are getting extortionate. And with COVID as well, they're just, the money's not there anymore, bro.
Yeah, not many teams have the P's to splash the cash anymore. So literally, like, I feel for the players that have 3-4 years left on their contract. But from Pogba's case, it makes so much sense to just ride out this last year. That's the thing. Just do it, and then like we said, he's spoiled for options. And it's not even like he's getting old. Like, I think next year he'll be like 29, 30.
Yeah, 29.
Yeah. The way Pogba plays, like, he's never really been the fastest, anyways.
Bruv, listen, Pogba's range of passing and the way he just eats up grass, yeah. Pogba's playing till he's 35, 36 anyway, bro. Like, man, I've seen what Modric is doing right now, and he wasn't even half the athlete that Paul Pogba is. Same, so, like, Paul Pogba is playing till he's 35, 36 anyway.
Yeah,
he's
not losing anything.
He's not losing nothing, bro. Like, he's not a pacey player. He's someone that just glides. He's got long legs. Paul Pogba can literally just drop into the 6th year when he gets older and just spray the ball like Pirlo, bruv. Like, this guy, Paul Pogba's got another 7 years in the game, 7, 8 years. No problems, innit? No problems whatsoever. He can do whatever the hell he wants. So there's no reason right now for him to do the knee-jerk thing and sign a 4-year deal at Man United where he's not guaranteed to win anything. Because let's face it, United are a long way away from Manchester City. Forget what the league table said last season. Liverpool will be back. Chelsea will spend money. Manchester United are a long way away from winning the Premier League. Jadon Sancho doesn't change that.
I think... Oh, I fully forgot what I was going to say. It was... No, but yeah, going back to the whole Pogba thing, I feel like he will end up, like, if he was to stay, and let's say United don't end up selling him in the summer, and Oli was to get sacked, maybe that can change everything. Like, if a manager was to come in and, like, utilize him properly. But that's the only hope I have.
Yeah, but that's it. It's hope. Do you know what I mean? The only way I can see Oli getting sacked anytime soon is if United absolutely bomb the first half of the season. And the Glazers are pressured into selling him. I mean, into sacking him. That's the only way they get rid of him, because you see with the Oli thing, it's kind of like they've made their bed with him now. Like, there was rumors of him getting a new deal the day after we lost in a final to Villarreal, bro. These men are shameless, bro. You know, they're shameless. Do you know what I mean? If he wasn't under pressure then, Hodge, like, it's going to take some serious madness.
Yeah, no, if we had won it, I think it would have been similar to the whole Van Gaal thing, where we sacked him after he won it. I think the announcement would have been made literally a few hours. Like, whilst every man is gassed and celebrating,
me too.
The announcement would have been made.
I said they were waiting for him to win it so they could announce it. I wouldn't even be surprised if it's already signed, bro.
I don't think so. Like, I think that sometimes, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, he's only got 12 more months left. Fam, let's be real. He's done jack shit in those 12 in his whole time here. Yeah. So if anything, he's gonna have the whole season and see. Like, I don't care. He can win the league. He still needs to go. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will. So fam, at the end of it, just let him go. But if United were to have a horribly shit start, and let's say we bottle the Champions League again, then fam, he has to go. Like, criminal not to let him go.
Nah, facts. Absolute facts, bro. But again, bruv, I don't trust the manager. I don't trust the hierarchy of the club. And do you know what I'm saying? I think that the players, as much as I don't rate a lot of the players, I think the players are underperforming as a collective because there's a lot more in there. Like, you're seeing managers get better out of worse players in the league. So for me, there's big problems at the club, and the signing of Jadon doesn't solve them at all.
But I think with United, one of the biggest problems is, like, it's a problem and it's a good thing at the same time. I feel like a lot of the players like Oli, so that can favour him in a sense.
No, for sure. The only reason why they haven't down tools is because they like him. But the reason why, because they like him, that's why we're shit, bro. You know, like that. Because at the end of the day, like, don't get it twisted. If United had more winners in the team, they wouldn't like Oli. The reason why they like Oli is because we've got a lot of mediocre players that know that they're getting an easy ride at Manchester United. They know they're getting a super easy ride, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just what it is. Like, all the players that have come out singing the praises of the manager are players, that if I was the manager, I would have sold them.
Yeah, players that would get 50 if any other manager. Yeah,
100%, bruv. If someone like Tuchel comes in or someone like Conte comes in, do you know what I mean? There's certain man there, they'll be out on their ass immediately. You know, like that. The same way Pep came into Man City, and before a ball was kicked, Joe Hart was gone, bro. You know, bro. He came straight in, and my man landed on the plane, and the goalkeeper, his replacement, was on the plane behind. He wasn't fucking around, bro. Like, that's what Man United is now. Like, players like fucking Andreas Pereira and these man, were playing ahead of Paul Pogba in midfield in the advanced roles. Do you know what I'm saying? And they were loving Oli because life at Man United's easy when Oli's the manager. You can play shit. You're going to play every week, bro. Like, there's no competition. He's got his favorites. You can be a McTominay, be shit, play every game, bro. Like, of course they love Oli. Of course they love him, bro. Like, it's great going to work knowing that you're stealing a living.
Yeah, 100%.
It's great. It's great.
Like, it's not even just football, fam. It's literally any job you can have. Like, you know your manager's not going to give you any trouble. And fam, like, you can literally underperform. Like, you can drop a stinker every week. You can get away with not doing your job and you're still guaranteed a spot. Fam, everybody will love you. Like, everybody will love the manager.
Yeah.
I feel like it is a problem with United because if he was to go, fam, you could argue half that squad gets binned.
Bruv, listen, imagine, you work in Tesco and you know that you're on an 8-hour shift and for 5 hours you could chill in the staff room and watch YouTube and your manager ain't going to do shit. And then you're going to go home and pick up your money. Fam, listen, you're loving your job. I don't care. You're going home, you're like, yeah, my manager's cool. Man just watches YouTube. It's calm. That's Oli. My manager's cool, blood. I could play shit. I could do whatever I want. It's calm. Pick up my peas. Do you know what I'm saying? Man's got nicknames for me. We're brethrens. That's it. Bruv, the levels are so low at Manchester United, that like they love Oli. Of course they love Oli because they get away with murder under this guy, bro. Complete murder. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's just all it is, bro. That's literally just all it is.
That's why we don't rotate. Like, throughout the season, like, everybody's going to say, we came second and like, it was progress and everything. Bro, there were times where we looked shit and there were hella man that should have been dropped. But none of them got dropped. So, because let's be real, have you ever seen, like, I'm not going to lie, Pogba has come out and said that Oli does bring out the best out of me. But he's never come out and fully gassed him up.
No, Martial's
come out and fully gassed up Oli?
Never, bruv. De Gea come out and said, "Yo, this is the worst football we've ever played," and he got stripped to the armband.
Yeah, like the one player that from the back of my head that literally gasses up Oli the most is McTominay
and Luke Shaw.
Yeah, and what does that tell you? Like, fam, any other manager comes in, McTominay is getting shifted to the Championship.
Bruv, Luke Shaw come out saying, "Oh yeah, the manager believes in me and this, that, and the other, bro." Because it's a brethren thing, fam. Like it's just feel good FC in it. That's why man said it's vibes. He's there just like patting man on the back and telling them they're great, bruv. They're not great. They need to be told they're shit and they need to improve. Because that's the only way they're gonna win, bro.
Yeah, like I've always said, man management is great. But I'd love a manager that comes in and just gets the job done. Like, fam, none of this friends bullshit. Like, listen, you're the manager. Pick the team that's going to win and improve the players. If some are going to get upset and they're going to want to leave, then say if they haven't got the mentality to play for Man United.
Yeah, fact.
It's like Bielsa. Like, I don't know if you've seen that documentary on Amazon. Fam, all the players came out and said, like, yo, when my man came in, it was stress. Like, he was on our case.
Bruv, he was weighing man, bruv. He's like, you're overweight, cuz. This is, bruv, this is how man runs the ship. Imagine if Bielsa came into Man United.
It's peak.
Put a certain man on the scales and just be like, boy, it's long for you, blood. Fitbit, get your running shoes on. Mad thing. You know, like that, bruv. That's it is. This is just how it is, bro, at Man United. It stinks of comfort. Everyone's too comfortable at that club, bro. And that's the reason why they went and lost to Villarreal, bro. And then man came out after the game and were making complaints talking about, oh, a few men are injured and that, and oh, there's a process and that. That comes from comfort. You should, bruv, you shouldn't even want to talk to the press, blood. Certain men are out here tweeting straight after, bruv, you lost. You lost to Villarreal in a cup final and you're tweeting 10 minutes later. That's comfort, bro. Do you think man could have done that with a proper manager there?
No, fam, it's embarrassing. Like, even that France team, they got knocked out. No one really said anything. Like, besides Mbappe, he just addressed the penalty.
Yeah.
But fam, like, with United, I felt like they weren't as upset when they lost that final. Like, man, them are talking about it's a process and everything. Like, fam, he's been here for nearly 3 years. And you man can't even beat a Villarreal team. Like, it's not like you came up against a Bayern Munich. It's literally a Villarreal team, and you couldn't. Like, it's embarrassing, fam.
But that's what I'm saying. But all I'm just seeing is bare excuses. Bare excuses. And them excuses come from comfort, bro. Because man are allowed to be like, oh, it's okay to lose. It's okay to lose at the club. And that stems from the manager. And that's just all it is, bro.
That's why I think with us having, like, very unambitious owners, it does favour Oli in a sense.
Yeah.
Because, fam, all the players like him, there's not much trouble. Like, it's not like a Mourinho. Like, fam, Mourinho was causing a madness when he never got the players he wanted. Or if you were a player and you weren't playing to his standards, Mourinho was coming out and criticising the life out of you.
Yeah, proper.
Like, I'm against that. But
yeah,
fam,
so
Mourinho wasn't tolerating bullshit.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why Hellerman didn't like him. But here's the thing. Like, it's not one of the two. You can literally get the best of both worlds in a sense. But with United, it's literally just a vibes thing. Like, we're just friends.
But that's exactly what it is. And that's why I don't see success coming. And I also don't think it's a good idea for any young aspiring player, to go there right now. I'm not gonna lie, I think it's mad. So do you know what I mean? I would love to be wrong. And I would love Jadon to come hit the ground running, put up the numbers he's putting up in Germany, and everyone to be absolutely on him, and for him to be the revelation and almost the Cristiano Ronaldo replacement that we never had and that we always dreamt of, because we thought Memphis was going to be that and he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Wilfred Zaha was meant to be that when Sir Alex Ferguson signed him and he wasn't. I would love Sancho to be that guy. I would. But do I believe he could be that guy under this current manager in this current setup? I don't.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No way. Because even before Sancho, we've got ballers that we don't know how to utilize. So the fact that you're adding another baller to the team, yeah, it's all great, but we can't utilize the ballers that we already have. So what makes you think we're going to utilize Sancho in the right way?
This is it. You know them, man. And just as man said that, Avellino just texted me saying, Jadon Sancho is the greatest player ever created in human history. Sancho is better than Drake. He's better than Pele. he's better than LeBron James. You man already know Av gets gassed. You know them ones. So Sancho's confirmed. Av's doing his usual madness. Do you know what I'm saying? And you know what it is? We just have to see, innit? We just have to see, blood, because I really want this to go well. Because you man know, same way I am with Pogba and that, with football, yeah, football is about a feeling to me, bro. Football's my whole life, bro. Like, football's about, and when I watch Jadon Sancho, it reminds me why I love football. And the same is with Paul Pogba, innit? And I want these guys to thrive. Pogba hasn't thrived at Manchester United. I don't think Sancho is going to either, but I really want him to, innit? So, boy, man just have to pray, innit? Man just have to pray that Pogba stays and Oli gets sacked and we get a proper manager and then them two can ball out. You know, like that. That's what all man can pray for, innit? Because if we lose Pogba, it's a madness. There's nothing Sancho can do without Pogba, in my opinion. And even then, even with this manager, I still don't think he can take them where he needs to take them. You know, like that. So, boom. And like man said about Lingard, how can Lingard go West Ham and look like flipping Lingardinho, blood? But when he was at Man United, he was looking dead, bro. And he's arguably playing with worse players.
Nah, Lingard at West Ham, bro. Like, yeah, a lot of men don't rate David Moyes, but bro, he knows how to utilize his players. He brought in Lingard, and he knew how to get the best out of him. Like with United, fam, like we don't know how to get the best out of no one. And the fact that some people still come out and back this manager, it's embarrassing because you've got managers that are making shit man look good, but we're making good man look shit.
Yeah, but that's it, innit? And it takes a lot of skill to do that, you know.
Yeah, like you can't credit him. Like it takes a lot to make a Pogba, Martial look shit. It takes a lot, and the fact that he can do it week in, week out, that tells you something.
It's true, bro, and that's what it is. So ultimately, the one thing I would say about this Sancho signing is there's nowhere for this guy to hide now. If he doesn't start winning things soon, he has to go. You know the ones, because this Man United board talk about improvements all the time. Man are saying, oh, cool, we went from third to second. We got to a final. So that means this year, man has to win the league or has to win the Champions League.
Yeah. So he's gone. Like, he can win me the Carabao. What? It took 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years with that
That's
team.
not enough. LVG got sacked for winning the FA Cup. Winning the Carabao Cup's not enough now. He has to win the league next season. Or he has to win the Champions League or he's gone. Surely.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's not going to happen. Like, I can see us bottling the Champions League. I think with the Prem, like, we've got the ballers to win games. I think it will be a repeater this year. We've got the ballers that can win us games. But I just feel like next year, if Liverpool and Chelsea were to come back on a mad thing, United will get found out. Like, it will be a reality check in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see United fighting for fourth with Leicester.
So can I, as it stands. Because I still think that we're behind Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City now. Even with this signing, just because of the managers that they have. They got three elite managers.
Like, yeah, we might have, to be fair, I'll probably say we probably got a better squad than, if the Sancho deal was done, then you could argue we've got a better squad than Chelsea. The only difference is that Tuchel is literally making players like Rudiger, Christensen look wavy.
Yeah, bruv, he's turning water to wine, bruv. Like, I'm telling you what he's doing there.
He's making them, like, that's a top coach. You implement a system that gets the most out of your players. Fam, with United, we have no system. And even the system that we are putting out, it doesn't utilize anyone.
Yeah.
Like, it's like we just put 11 man for the sake of fielding 11 man.
Facts.
So that's why I think next year will be embarrassing.
Could be that. Do you know what I'm saying? And obviously, before you wrap up the stream, we have to talk about this. Another team now that have a better manager than Manchester United. Rafa Benitez to Everton.
This one
How
is
are Everton showing more ambition than us, bro?
Bro, they've been showing more ambition. Like, fam, they got Ancelotti. I would love Ancelotti at United. Like, it started years ago.
I wanted Carlo.
Yeah. So with Benitez, bro, it just shows they've got ambitious owners. Like, let's be real. When they sacked Ancelotti, I think a lot of people feared for Everton, especially when I saw them linked with Nuno, because I don't rate Nuno in the slightest. But fam, they still found a way to go and pattern a wavy manager. And that tells you that these men are probably trying to be the next Leicester in a sense. They're trying to climb up that table. They've got peas, and they'll spend. They'll back Rafa Benitez.
Yeah.
So it tells you, like, fam, if you're going to shift the manager, you bring in an upgrade in the sense. Like, I don't think Benitez is an upgrade, but he's still of the same standard, of the same quality.
Yeah, he's still, in my opinion, he's still one of the elite level managers.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, people would say, oh, yeah, but he's at Newcastle. Bruv, the fact that he actually stayed at Newcastle, is credit to him as a man. Because he could have easily said, fuck this. Easily.
They're a team that's always struggling. He got them, I think it was like 10th or 11th. With the squad, like, fam, let's be real, that squad is poor, that Newcastle squad. But at the end of the day, if you're going to shift the manager, you bring in a good one. With United, with Oli, like, I feel like we downgraded on a mad thing.
Yeah, for real. Who said they sacked Carlo, blood? Like, no one said that Carlo was sacked unless someone in the comments said it. Do you know what I mean? And he finished 10th with Newcastle twice, a team that fight to stay up every year.
Yeah. And that squad is not good. Like, I'm surprised how he done it. It's a very poor squad. So now imagine him at Everton, who, let's be real, I think they've got a mediocre squad in a sense. They will back him. He's Premier League proven. He's got Premier League experience. They'll do well.
100%. 100%. So it's one of them ones where it's, bruv, they've got bloody, it's true as well. They got a manager quicker than Spurs. Hey, listen, I'm surprised I haven't been linked with the Spurs job. I said it already, bro. Like, I'm seeing man getting linked with the Spurs job. I ain't been linked with the Spurs job yet, bro. Like, my team are one game away from winning the title. I ain't got a phone call from Levy. I don't know what go on, bruv. But Tottenham are in trouble.
It's probably soon because, fam, like, these men have gone in for everyone. Like, I don't know what it is, to be fair, because, like, they've got a relatively good squad. Even if Kane was to go, fam, at least you know you're guaranteed P's to spend. But I don't know what it is because some of the man that they've gone in for, it doesn't make sense for them to say no. So
you know what it is? I think it's that it's clearly there's restraints in it in the Spurs job. It's either they're coming in knowing that they're not going to have a lot of money to spend, or they're coming in knowing they're going to lose Harry Kane and not have a lot of money to spend. You know them ones. So either way, I think it's to do with the budget.
Now, Pochettino complained about it as well. Like, he always said, like, I'm more of a coach rather than a manager. But I feel like maybe he should have learned his lesson. But if he's still trying to go forward with that whole approach, then, fam, they're going to struggle. And I'll be real, like, Nuno is dead. Like, this man hated Mourinho football. Fam, he's literally Mourinho.
But you know what it is? Clubs can have this head coach thing. I believe in having a head coach at a football club.
Cool.
I don't like managers. However, I also believe in having a good infrastructure. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm cool with having a head coach, but then make sure that you get him a very good director of football. Make sure you have good scouts. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't mind. I don't want my managers, I don't want my managers having complete control over who comes in because then it makes them too important. And that's the problem Manchester United had. United was stuck in the old model for so long with Sir Alex Ferguson calling all the shots that when he left, the club spiraled into chaos. That's why teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona and Bayern Munich can change their managers frequently and it doesn't affect the success because they're not reliant on one person and they never have been for a very long time. United are still in the dark ages when it comes to recruitment. And the thing is with a team like Tottenham, if you want to do things the new way, get a proper DOF, bro. Get a proper DOF. Like, you're on some nonsense, bro. Some of the guys that they've been signing, some of the guys they've been linked with, is pure nonsense, bro. It's a nonsense football club, bro. Like, honestly, it's hilarious. How can you not get a manager, bro? Like, man are unemployed and saying no to work. Do you know how mad that is?
That's embarrassing.
Bruv, anyone that's never had a job, imagine you man are unemployed right now and you're turning down work in the Prem.
Bro, during a pandemic, fam, as well.
During a pandemic,
yeah,
and you're turning down jobs. It's like, nah, I'd rather stay at home, you know. This is mad. Fonseca. Is man all right? Nah. Listen, yeah. When man are turning down work in a pandemic, is peak, innit? It's peak.
Right. It's similar to a team, like with the whole head coach thing. As long as you put the right people around and you build it properly, it will work. But I feel like, yeah, with Tottenham, no DOF, restrictions on whoever they bring in, it doesn't make sense for anyone to go there, especially knowing that you're on the verge of losing the one player that's practically carried them for the past few years. So it doesn't make sense. And I think whoever they go in for now will be a shit manager. And I can see them falling off. Like, I don't think they'll be the same Tottenham of the past few years, the one that's challenging for top 4 and doing relatively well throughout the season.
Bro, they're done. They're done, bro. Because the thing is, yeah, Tottenham don't have the caliber of player to get away with not having a top manager.
Yeah. It's an aging squad.
Yeah, they don't have it. They don't have it, bro. Like, they do not have it. It's not a situation, yeah, where you can say, you know what, they've got a good team. They can get in a meaty manager just to kind of get them over that. Bruv, they need a manager that's going to be able to get them to outperform their current level. And none of them managers are willing to take that job. So best case scenario for them right now is Ryan Mason keeps it, bruv.
Yeah, like I think from what I read, even Scott Parker rejected it. But I don't know if that's just a rumor. And that says it all. Like, man's in the Championship. He's with Fulham. He's a former Tottenham player, and he's still saying no to the job.
I heard that he's leaving Fulham though. But even so, even if he won't take that job,
he's on leaving, but fam, he's not on going Tottenham.
Man CV don't need that stress.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on over there, to be fair. Like, I'm surprised Son is even signing a new deal. Because if I was a player there, and I'm seeing literally the player that I get along with the most, the player that literally sets me up the most, the only wavy man in that team, probably with Ndombele, is leaving, and we can't pattern a manager. Fam, that's hella red flags, you know? Like, I'll be looking to leave as well.
Yeah, but the thing is with Son, he's in the twilight of his career now, innit? Like, he's past his best. He's still a top player, but Son's not going to improve anymore. This is his last contract. He's comfortable. He's in London. They're going to pay him whatever because, especially if Harry Kane goes, there's more money in the pot. Do you know what I'm saying? So he'll stay, take his money. And yeah, that's it, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's peak, fam. Like, honestly, Tottenham, it's long for them, bruv.
Yeah, they'll struggle.
Yeah, they're going to struggle for sure,
they
bro.
Will struggle a lot.
Arsenal fans, this is your best chance in a long time. A long time to make up some respectable ground now on Tottenham, because it's been a while still. They've been pamming you lot for a minute. Even though you've won more trophies than them, you'll remind me they've been better than you for a long time. So now you can kind of close the gap. I don't know what you're going to do this summer to do that, but I think that this is the best possible chance you're going to have now, because I think Tottenham are well and truly, they're finished now, innit? Now, unless they pull out an absolute mad thing. But I don't think so. Unless they do like an Allegri or something. But they can't.
Allegri patterned Juve, no?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like, the only one that made...
Zidane and that to Spurs.
Conte was the only one. Like, if they managed to pull him off, I would have been shocked. But fam, they bottled it. So who's really out there? Like, which manager's really out there?
I don't know, bro.
I can't think of any.
And then Poch, yeah, used Tottenham, yeah, to get money out of PSG. You know, like that. Man was like, oh, yeah, man might go back to Spurs. Then 2-2s now, PSG doing the mad thing, spending bare money. Poch was never going back there.
Yeah, it made no sense. Like, the only one that I read it yesterday night, I don't know if it's a rumor, though, is like apparently they're chatting to LVG.
Yeah, LVG's going back to Holland, bro. That got announced today. De Boer got sacked in it, and they're saying that LVG's taking the Dutch job.
Yeah, then that must have been a rumor. But like, LVG would have probably made some sense. But the fact that that
would have been brilliant for them.
Yeah, the fact that he's gone now, I wouldn't be surprised if they end up going in for that Frank de Boer. I wouldn't be surprised. And then fam, that's like the icing on the cake. He's like one of the worst managers I've seen.
No, bro. Bruv, they're now saying Nuno confirmed right now. Tottenham are finished. Nuno.
Yeah.
Nuno
is horrible.
Nuno. They went from Jose to Nuno. So man went from Jose to baby Jose.
It's like a B-Tech Jose in a sense.
Bruv, Nuno played for Jose at Porto, I think.
Yeah, he did. He was a keeper.
He literally, it's mad, bro. Man got baby Jose after they sacked Jose. Bruv, these men are on crack. Tottenham are done now. Listen, Tottenham fans, it was fun, innit? It was fun. The top 3 thing, the Champions League thing, it was fun. You're finished. Finished.
Yeah, no. It's going to be a stressful season. It's going to be worse than Jose's.
Bruv, finished. It's massive the Mozambique, Joe. Mozambique, Mourinho and that. Hey, you man are done. Man said you've got Oli. Yeah, but we've got bread. So it don't matter if we got Oli. We got money. We got Jadon Sancho. Literally. I'd rather have Oli and money than have Nuno and be broke. Because there was rumors that Nuno left Wolves, yeah, because he wasn't happy with the money. He ain't going to get much money at Spurs.
Fam, you could even argue that Wolves team was probably better than the Spurs team.
Yeah.
In terms of playing.
I'd rather have Neto and them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Than Lucas Moura and them, man, there, bruv.
He had ballers and he was playing shit ball. So imagine now you put him around shit players. Like the ball is going to be horrendous.
Oh, my Lord. Listen, as I said, Tottenham, you had your time, innit? You had your golden generation under Poch. You didn't win nothing. The game is the game. It is what it is, innit? Those famous words. And Vieira to Palace as well, I forgot about. Before man wrap up. What are you saying about that?
I think he'll flop, bro, because
so do I.
Vieira, I don't think he's shown that he's a wavy manager. He was at an American team, and I think he was at Nice in France. Fam, he didn't do well at either of them. And let's be real, like, it's not like you're walking into a Crystal Palace team that's got borders. No, bro, like, for you to work your magic, you're gonna have to make these shit man / maybe bang average look wavy. And fam, that's easier said than done. And he hasn't done it anywhere else. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's sacked.
Bro, Patrick Vieira, respectfully, box ticking exercise, bruv.
Yeah,
you're getting sacked in 6 months, Reed, boy. It is what it is, bro. You know, like that. Man gave you the job. Man got the job on the technicality. You're gonna get sacked within 6 months, and Sam Allardyce is taking your job in it, or something like that. This is just how it's gonna happen. It's a mad thing. Like, football's mad. You know, like that. I said the Black Lampard. It's true. Another Premier League Hall of Famer gonna get the job, get rubbed out, fam.
Yeah,
you know, like that.
He's got no one. Like, I thought they would probably go in for Lampard. Yeah, I think they did, but it didn't work out. So Vieira, he's done it nowhere. He hasn't even done it in the French league.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad, you know. He's in trouble. He's in trouble still. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Patrick Vieira, bruv, Arsenal legend again. I have no feelings. He's getting slapped at Crystal Palace. So it's one of them ones. And again, I'd rather have Patrick than Oli. Yeah, I would rather have Patrick at Man United with money. But he's at Crystal Palace without money and without players. He's in trouble, bro.
He's going to regret it after, I think, the first training session.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. He's finished, innit? So, respectfully, Patrick Vieira, amazing footballer. But I'll give you 6 months, mate. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you 6 months.
I think maybe Christmas.
Yeah.
Bro, like, Hodgson was getting the most out of them and everyone was losing their shit.
It's true. Like, Hodgson had them balling out their skin, yeah? Hudson had Eze, Eze looking like Iniesta, bro, and it wasn't enough.
Fam, well, Vieira's pissed. He ain't even gonna have Eze. Eze's out till the new year.
Yeah,
so, my man has nobody. He just literally has to try work his magic. And fam, he's shown he ain't got no magic. He's pissed.
It's true, blood. Nah, bro, it's true, blood. Like he's done at it. He's actually done at it. I see him gone in it. I see him gone in record time. Yeah, I mean it's going to be a quick spin, bro. Quick moonwalk like Scholes at Oldham and that in the door, out the door. I won't even be surprised if he's gone before the season starts. You know, like that. So
I wouldn't be surprised if he out.
Yeah.
Like his own pride. Maybe now for the first game. Like it's all good having a pretty job, but fam, like that Crystal Palace team, yo, like it's aging and you need peas. And you ain't getting them peas.
You're not, bruv. And unless he's got some London to Paris pipeline that we don't know about, and he's gonna pull through bare wavy French youths to get him out of this one, I think he's in trouble, fam.
Yeah, especially if Zaha leaves, because apparently Zaha's trying to force a way out.
But he's been trying to force a way out, though. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The man say Vieira's there to sell him to Arsenal and that, like double Angel and Patrick and that. Man don't really know, innit? But I reckon that Patrick Vieira, by Christmas, he's done out here still.
Same.
Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're in agreement on that. Big up everyone inside. Bruv, you lot, just make sure you follow Haj on TikTok. Bruv, plug your socials, my G.
Fam, all I got is a TikTok and a Twitter at the moment.
That's what I mean, and it's the same, innit? It's underscore what Haj 2025. That's what I'm saying. So you lot make sure put it in the chat anyway, so they know where to find man. And obviously when he gets his YouTube or his Twitch up, man's gonna plug that. Do you know what I'm saying? And get those numbers going up. Obviously we'll have a weekly show coming, and then obviously when we have the Red Talks and that, will be jumping on as well. So it's a face that you man will be seeing regularly on the channel. So make sure you follow him up. We're over 1.4K in here at the moment. So big up everyone inside.
That's way.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Lit show as usual. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, we're just gonna keep coming. Now there's less games of the Euros. There's gonna be more content. Avellino says Man United winning the Euros. Quadruple incoming. Jadon Sancho is better than Michael Jackson. So yeah, he's happy in it. You know, like that. This is what's going on right now. You know that Ab's an absolute madman, bruv. He's an absolute madman, bruv. Let me see if you lot can see this, if the camera don't go out of focus. Hold on 1 second. Because once I take my face away, the thing goes. But man said Jadon Sancho is better than Michael Jackson. I need to get him on one of these streams this week, innit? So I'm going to try pattern that up. Ab's a madman. He's a madman.
He's happy come halfway through the season.
Yeah, but bruv, listen, yeah, bruv. He gets too emotional over Man United, innit? So when he's happy, man have to just let him do his thing, innit? But man said Michael Jackson. This is mad right now. Do you know what I mean? So you man, make sure you follow Hodge underscore Hodge 25 on TikTok. Do you know what I mean? And on Twitter as well. So make sure you follow him up, people. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock with DG and Matisse for the usual footy talk. And then in the evening, Mandem Red Talks back in the evening. Saeed, Flawless, Aaron, and probably Statman as well. If he's not at Power League, and also Johnny as well. So we got a full house for Red Talk tomorrow, innit? I'm sure their man are gonna want to give their reaction to the Sancho thing and whatever nonsense is gonna come out overnight, because there'll be more stuff. We're gonna be linked with Varane later, probably, and we're probably gonna get linked with, like, I don't know, Tony Cruz or something. So you know what it is, bro.
And we get linked with like 100 man each summer. And we
that's it.
1-2 deals.
You know what it is. We're about to go on a spending spree now and buy 4 more players. It's inevitable. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see you, man, tomorrow. Make sure you pattern up. Make sure you follow Hodge on the socials. That's the TikTok. and on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? The YouTube and the Twitch is coming. You know what I'm saying? Mad love everyone in here. And man are gonna catch you lot tomorrow.